Shalom, I'm Rabbi Jonathan, and today I'm reading Exodus chapters 4, 5, and 6, and I'm reading from the Tree of Life version of the Bible. Then Moses said, "But look, they will not believe me or listen to my voice. They will say, 'Adonai has not appeared to you.' So Adonai said to him, 'What is that in your hand?' 'A staff,' he said. Then he said, 'Cast it on the ground.' When he cast it to the ground, it became a serpent, so Moses fled from before it. Then Adonai said to Moses, 'Stretch out your hand and take it by the tail.' So he put out his hand and laid hold of it, and it became a staff in his hand. This is so that they may believe Adonai, the God of their fathers, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, has appeared to you." Adonai also said to him, "Now put your hand within your cloak." So he put his hand inside, and when he took it out, his hand had sa'arat, white as snow. Then he said, "Put your hand back into your cloak." So he put his hand back in, and when he took it out, it was restored again as the rest of his skin. Then he said, "If they do not believe you or listen to the voice of the first sign, they will believe the message of the latter sign. But if they do not believe even these two signs, nor listen to your voice, you are to take the water of the river and pour it on the dry land. The water which you take out of the river will become blood on the ground." But Moses said to Adonai, "Adonai, I am not a man of words, not yesterday nor the day before, nor since you have spoken to your servant, because I have a slow mouth and a heavy tongue." So Adonai said to him, "Who made man's mouth? Or who makes a man mute or deaf, seeing or blind? Is it not I, Adonai? Now go, I will be with your mouth and teach you what to say." But he said, Please send it by another hand." Then the anger of Adonai was kindled against Moses. So he said, "In fact, Aaron the Levite is your brother. I know that he can speak well. Moreover, he is on his way to meet you. When he sees you, he will be glad in his heart. You are to speak to him and put the words in his mouth. I will be with your mouth and with his, and teach you what to do. He will be your spokesman to the people, so that he may act as a mouthpiece for you, and it will be as if you were as God for him. Now then, you must take this staff in your hand to do the signs." So Moses went, returned to his father-in-law Jethro, and said to him, "Please let me go, so I may return to my kinsmen who are in Egypt, and see whether they are still alive." Jethro said to Moses, "Go in peace." Then Adonai said to Moses and Midian, "Go, return to Egypt, for all the men that sought your life are dead." So Moses took his wife and his sons, set them on a donkey, and returned to the land of Egypt. Moses took the staff of God in his hand. Adonai said to Moses, "When you go back to Egypt, see that you do all the wonders before Pharaoh that I have put in your hand. Still, I will harden his heart, and he will not let the people go. You are to say to Pharaoh, 'This is what Adonai says. Israel is my son, my firstborn. So I have said to you, let my son go, that he may serve me. But you have refused to let him go. Behold, I will slay your son, your firstborn.'" It happened along the way at a lodging place that Adonai met him and sought to kill him. But Zipporah took a flint, cut off the foreskin of her son, and threw it at his feet, saying, "You are surely a bridegroom of blood to me." She said, "A bridegroom of blood, because of the circumcision." Then he left him alone. Now Adonai said to Aaron, "Go into the wilderness to meet Moses." So he went and met him at the mountain of God, and kissed him. Then Moses told Aaron all the words of Adonai, with which he had been sent, along with all the signs that he had commanded him to do. Then Moses and Aaron went and assembled all the elders of Bnei Israel. Aaron spoke all the words that Adonai had spoken to Moses, and did the signs in the sight of the people. So the people believed. When they heard that Adonai had remembered Bnei Israel and had seen their affliction, they bowed their heads and worshipped. Afterward, Moses and Aaron went and said to Pharaoh, "This is what Adonai, God of Israel, says. Let my people go, so that they may hold a feast for me in the wilderness." But Pharaoh said, "Who is Adonai, that I should listen to his voice and let Israel go? I do not know Adonai, and besides, I will not let Israel go." They answered, "The God of the Hebrews has met with us. Please let us take a 3-day journey into the wilderness, so we may sacrifice to Adonai our God, or else he may strike us with pestilence or with the sword." But the king of Egypt said to them, "Why do you, Moses and Aaron, make the people break loose from their work? Go to your labors." Then Pharaoh said, "Look, the people of the land are now so numerous, yet you would have them rest from their labors." Then on the same day Pharaoh commanded the slave masters of the people and their foremen, saying, "You are not to give the people any more straw to make bricks as before. Let them go and gather straw for themselves, but impose on them the quota of bricks that they made previously. Don't reduce it, for they are lazy. That's why they cry out, saying, 'Let us go and sacrifice to our God.' Let even heavier work be laid upon the men, so that they must labor, paying no attention to deceptive words." Then the slave masters of the people went out, along with their officers, and they spoke to the people, saying, "This is what Pharaoh says: I will not give you straw. Go and get straw for yourselves wherever you can find it, for there will be no reduction of your work." So the people were scattered throughout all the land of Egypt to gather stubble for straw. But the slave masters pressured, saying, "Fulfill your work, your daily amount, just as when there was straw." Moreover, the foremen of Bnei Israel, whom Pharaoh's slave masters had set over them, were beaten and asked, "Why haven't you met your quota of bricks, both yesterday and today like before?" The foremen of Bnei Israel came and cried out to Pharaoh, saying, "Why do you deal this way with your servants? No straw is given to your servants. Yet they say to us, 'Make bricks,' and look, your servants are beaten, but it is your own people at fault." But he said, "Lazy, you're lazy. That's why you were saying, 'Let us go and sacrifice to Adonai.' So go now and work. No straw will be given to you, but you must deliver the quota of bricks." So the foremen of Bnei Israel saw that they were in trouble when they were told, "You are not to reduce the number of bricks from day to day." Then they met Moses and Aaron, who were waiting for them as they came from Pharaoh. So they said to them, "May Adonai look on you and judge, because you have made us a stench in the eyes of Pharaoh and in the eyes of his servants, putting a sword in their hand to kill us." So Moses returned to Adonai and said, "Adonai, why have you brought evil on these people? Is this why you sent me? Ever since I came to Pharaoh to speak in your name, he has brought evil on these people. You have not delivered your people at all." Adonai said to Moses, "Now you will see what I am going to do to Pharaoh. By way of a strong hand he will let them go and drive them out of his land." God spoke further to Moses and said to him, "I am Adonai. I appeared to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob as El Shaddai. Yet by my name, Adonai, did I not make myself known to them. I also established my covenant with them to give them the land of Canaan, the land of their pilgrimage, where they journeyed. Furthermore, I have heard the groaning of Bnei Israel, whom the Egyptians are keeping in bondage. So I have remembered my covenant. Therefore say to Bnei Israel, I am Adonai, and I will bring you out from under the burdens of the Egyptians. I will deliver you from their bondage, and I will redeem you with an outstretched arm and with great judgments. I will take you to myself as a people, and I will be your God. You will know that I am Adonai your God, who brought you out from under the burdens of the Egyptians. So I will bring you into the land that I swore to give to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, and give it to you as an inheritance. I am Adonai. Moses spoke this way to Bnei Israel, but they did not listen to him because of their broken spirit and cruel bondage. So Adonai told Moses, Go, speak to Pharaoh, king of Egypt, so that will he let Bnei Israel go out of his land. But Moses said to Adonai, Bnei Israel have not listened to me, so how would Pharaoh listen to me, I who have uncircumcised lips? Then Adonai spoke to Moses and to Aaron, and gave to them a charge for Bnei Israel, and Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to bring Bnei Israel out of the land of Egypt. These are the heads of their fathers' houses. The sons of Reuben, the firstborn of Israel, were Hanoch, Palu, Hezron, and Carmi. These are the families of Reuben. The sons of Simeon were Jemuel, Jamin, Ohad, Jachin, Zohar, and Shaul, the son of a Canaanite woman. These are the families of Simeon. These are the names of the sons of Levi according to their generations: Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. Levi lived 137 years. The sons of Gershon were Libni and Shimei according to their families. The sons of Kohath were Amram, Izhar, Hebron, and Uzziel. Kohath lived 133 years. The sons of Merari were Mali and Mushi. These are the families of the Levites according to their generations. Amram married Jochebed, his father's sister, and she bore him Aaron and Moses. Amram lived 137 years. The sons of Izhar were Korah, Nepheg, and Zichri. The sons of Uzziel were Mishael, Elzaphan, and Sithri. Aaron married Elisheba, daughter of Aminadab, sister of Nashon, and she bore him Nadab and Abihu, Eleazar and Ithamar. The sons of Korah were Asir, Elkanah, and Abiasaph. These are the families of the Korahites. Eleazar, Aaron's son, married one of the daughters of Putiel, and she bore him Phinehas. These are the heads of the ancestral houses of the Levites according to their families. These are the same Aaron and Moses to whom Adonai said, "Bring Bnei Israel out from the land of Egypt according to their divisions." These are the ones that spoke to Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to bring Bnei Israel out from Egypt. These are the same Moses and Aaron. So it happened on the day when Adonai spoke to Moses in the land of Egypt, that Adonai said to Moses, "I am Adonai. Tell Pharaoh, king of Egypt, everything that I tell to you." But Moses said to Adonai, "I am of uncircumcised lips, so how would Pharaoh listen to me?"